Hi, Ron from Clarity. In this video, we'll cover a client integration that we did integrating BigCommerce to Dynamics GP. In this integration, we covered account and user registration and update syncs, as well as sales orders from BigCommerce to GP. And coming back from GP, we sync products, inventory, pricing, account updates, and more. Let's first start in BigCommerce with a customer that we created called Amerilink name, Amerilink last name at Amerilink at test.test. I know, my developers are always very creative, with a phone number of 514-640-4444. We save the new customer record and head on over to our Connect Hang Fire list of integration pipelines. We check the box for the top pipeline called Sync Accounts from BigCommerce to Dynamics GP and click Trigger Now. We'll click Jobs, Processing, and see our job running and drill into the processing queue and watch our task to ensure that it succeeded in the creation of the account in GP. Now this particular workflow then runs a subsequent workflow to ensure that the user contact record is then created and associated with the account. So we'll drill into that sync account job where we can see that it's creating Amerilink name user to GP and see that it's also succeeded. We'll then hop into GP and we can see an account called Amerilink, which is different. So we search again for Amerilink and now we can see our account, which if you remembered, we named Amerilink at test.test. Verifying it's our new account, we can also check to see the new phone number ending in 4444, which was one of the new account details we entered. Now another sync we built for this client is the bi-directional creation of accounts and users, in the case of a B2B client signing up and being created by a sales rep directly in GP. So to test that sync, we created a new user ID, GPCLD00039, called Henry Luz from New York. Back into Connect, we'll look up and trigger the Sync Accounts from Dynamics GP to BigCommerce job. Clicking on Jobs, Processing, and into our running process, we see that it's pushed the GP user ID ending in 395 as Henry Luz to BigCommerce. Over into BigCommerce, we see that we haven't created a customer since last Wednesday, but if we go up and hit refresh, you can see now that there is a Henry Luz account created just now, validating our bi-directional account and customer sync. Drilling into the customer address book, you can verify that it brought over the address information for New York that was included with the new record. Next, we'll want to create a product in GP and send it over to BigCommerce for purchase. In GP, we created a USG 16-inch wand extension that we want to push into BigCommerce. So into Connect, we'll look for the Sync Products from Dynamics GP to BigCommerce job and trigger that. We'll drill down into the sync activity and see that it succeeded in creating product ID 1387, the USG wand extension 16 inches in length. Into BigCommerce products, which lists the most recently added first, you don't see our product, so we go up and click refresh and see now that it's been added to the product catalog. We can then drill in and either verify any past information came over correctly or finish prepping the product by adding images, descriptions, or anything else missing that wasn't included in the ERP record. For our final sync, we'll head back over to BigCommerce where you can see Igor Yarovich, account new test group 2, just placed an order for 2 ProChem ES900 widgets with an order total of $85.59 that is awaiting fulfillment. Over in Connect, we'll look for the sync sales orders from BigCommerce to GP and trigger that to run. Part of every new order is to verify if the account and user that placed the order already exist in GP or not. In this case, you can see that the customer record did not exist, so it creates a new test entry for new test group 2, which is Igor's customer name, and syncs it over to BigCommerce sales order 126 into GP as GP ID Web 000121 and assigned it to new test group 2. Over in GP, we'll first look up any new sales transactions and see that for new test, it created a new transaction for new test group 2. Next, we'll go look up that new user new test to see if any orders have been assigned to them, and you can see our new Web 000121 order is here. Drilling into the order details, we can see that it was indeed for item number ES900 quantity 2 for the same total of $85.59 that we placed in BigCommerce. So to review, we registered a new account and customer in BigCommerce and synced them over as records into GP. Then we created a new user, Henry in GP, and synced it back to BigCommerce. Then we created a new 16-inch USG wand extension product in GP and synced that over to BigCommerce. And finally, we placed an order for a new user and account in BigCommerce for 2 items and synced over the creation of the new account, then processed the order and assigned it to that new account, drilling into the details to make sure the order details all came over correctly. So that's a quick demo of a bi-directional integration between BigCommerce and Dynamics GP, syncing accounts, users, products, inventory, sales orders, and much more. Thanks for watching.